Chosen one, all knowing is comfort. The moment the nervous system of the human body knows something, remembers something, it builds a reserve of relaxation, the Baralak. It releases a lot of serotonin and melatonin just to complement the adrenaline that was there with your previous worry. You see, hormones are stabilizers for the human body. Hormones are like gears, but sometimes adrenaline is pushed and you're there in gear 6. Sometimes dopamine is released and you're there in gear 2. Do you understand? Stability is mostly mandated by these chemical hormones within our bloodstream. But the knowing of things, the all knowing of things, the clarity that comes to you, the things you do not chase, when you observe instead of seek out, that knowing, Lebar, that you are doing it deliberately, that gives you comfort. Yes, it makes you aware even further why you appreciate meditating, why you appreciate the knowledge you have, why you appreciate the way things are in your life. For instance, let's say you wake up in the morning and maybe whatever was left off from last night is still there. Maybe the kitchen has unwashed glasses of cups because you had company over and you still need to freshen up the kitchen, things like this. That knowing gives you comfort. As much as you know the labor needed, the comfort of knowing what to do relaxes your nervous system. That's why you start feeling lazy and then you start thinking you are bored. No, Leparalak. The knowing of what you need to do and what to expect gave your body a relaxation state. But because now your mind is waiting for the task to happen, but your nervous system is also saying, we are aware that we need to do this. There's this little in-between feud going on where you say you are lazy because you're not acting on what you need to do. But the truth is, the comfort of knowing what to do keeps you relaxed. It keeps you feeling bored. It keeps you feeling like, what else is there? That's all there is, Paralak. Knowing, the moment you know something, you are comfortable. For instance, when you find out that your partner is cheating on you, you've always suspected it because it doesn't just happen now. You don't get surprised. You see the signs. There are red flags that this partner of yours has the potential to betray their own honesty with you. You understand? And so one day you discover it. Now you can have a good sleep because you know you're not wondering. You didn't break up with them because you were wondering if it's true or not. You have full confirmation that this is it. This is why closure exists. Closure is to make the nervous system comfortable, Lebar. Because knowing is closure. When your old boss calls you and tells you why they let you go and they explain, and you've always suspected there was foul play, and when they explain themselves, that knowing makes you forget about that. It makes you forget that it ever happened because now you know. It's no longer clinging as a fear-based tactic on your nervous system, or you feel agitated whenever you think about your past employer. Now you're feeling relaxed because you have peace. Knowing is peace, Labaro. Now you know spirit. Now you know spirit, Labaralak. Now you know spirit, chosen ones. That knowing in its own right makes you comfortable. Now you know that the planets are aligning. Now you know how the energies of these planets are affecting you. Now you know how you feel. I'm enjoying the tingling sensation on my pineal gland here, in my front lobe here. Yeah, the frontal part of my brain. I'm enjoying the sensations I've been getting for the past 3 days so far. I'm enjoying them. That knowing as to why this is so extreme and yet gentle. You know what it feels like, chosen ones? It feels like something deep has finally settled down, but it's not really something I'm aware of. Almost like all my trauma mentally that I remember about Boepelo's journey is finally settling in. That's how it feels like. That knowing keeps me in a state of comfort. 11:11 on the South African time, 11% on the battery, Le Paralak. Perfect alignment. So, when you see these things that I'm talking about, the knowing aspect of things, it keeps you grounded, Labar. Your nervous system can relax, truly and fully. No more inquiries that are non-stop, no more overthinking. You have the final blueprint, you have the final answer. It's absolute now. You can't change it with your overthinking. You can't. Now it's there. Your nervous system knows this information closes the chapter that I've been long overthinking about. Now you are comfortable. That's why prayers need to be answered. You are no longer wondering if the prayer is gonna come. It's there, Labar. That client said yes to your invoice. Your partner said yes to your marriage proposal, your lover proposal there. You understand? Things have finally been proven. You saw it, you acted, and now you're waiting for the full proof. The full proof comes. Now your nervous system can close the timeline of building expectations over that topic, that concept, that idea. Now there's comfort. Do you understand? Comfort, chosen ones. Comfort. The knowing of things. When your third eye makes you see life the way it is, you are comfortable. Like, this is why during your awakening, the moment you notice something that you haven't noticed before and it's impactful to you and your journey, it makes you comfortable also. It makes you desensitized because now you're no longer attached to the overthinking aspect of that thing. Now your nervous system says, this is a closed chapter, we're done here. I'm no longer gonna invest my energy reserves on wondering and figuring things out. Now I know. Like, you always know that let's say somehow you wonder why you always come across white feathers, but because you were in your you were in your sleeping state at the time, you didn't have the reserves to actually inquire further about them, but you notice that there's a feather there. And why do your eyes notice these feathers? What is it about them? Like, you notice feathers in your house when you wake up, but you know you slept with the closed windows. Where did they come from? On your bed, when you wake up, there's a white feather when you flip your sheets. Where did it come from? These angels, they leave traces of themselves everywhere, Leopard. You notice these things. And because you don't have the mindset to confide and find an absolute reason for it, for that experience, your mind keeps on playing the game of I wonder. That's wasting mental reserves, Leopard. Eventually, you wake up, and every time you hear an idea that fixes your problems, you start noticing that white feathers appear. Like, every time you find grace in your life, a white feather appears out of nowhere. Then you start making the connection, like, oh, great ideas are aligned with feathers. That means an angel is around, God is around. Like, you start thinking like this because of these absolute reasons you're coming up with. Your nervous system take these connections as truth, and it starts relaxing. You no longer wonder why these white feathers are there. You realize these white feathers are confirmation of your idea, and that's it. You understand? 11:14 on the time, Leopard. Things like this, chosen ones. There's so much reasons for you to know that the knowing of things keeps you relaxed and grounded. Every time you figure how to do something, you are grounded. When I was a child and I didn't know how my sister's sewing machine worked, as I'm a kid, I would, get a knife and try to unscrew it and open it up just to figure out how that needle goes up and down. Or my grandmother's sewing machine. I was a child that the knowing was what I was seeking for. Like, maybe the aerial of the TV is not working. As a child, I knew if I put my finger behind the aerial antenna, there's a little bit of clarity with the images. Like, I can see and hear things. But if I remove my finger there, the TV doesn't work. That knowing comforted me that the next time this aerial goes broke or it gets ruined or something, anything can be put in the antenna. I can go get a metal hanger, because I used to use metal hangers before, and the TV would work the same. So I knew that antennas don't care what's behind on them. They just care that there's an electrical impulse traveling from the TV to my body or to the object. That knowing made me feel like I'm a technician as a kid. That knowing on its own, you see how small it is, it made me feel like that. The first time I made my first fed cooks, working with hot oil, dough, I'm wet, and they are coming out, that knowing of how they are made satisfies my nervous system. Doing a crossword puzzle for the first time and completing it, that knowing comforts you. You understand? God will always give you your answers, because your nervous system must be relaxed. That's why God has to answer your prayers. So you must be intelligent enough to realize all you are worrying about is simply because you haven't found the answer. The answer is there. That's why you have the duality of asking. Because the other duality of asking is receiving or being answered. You understand? So, knowing keeps your nervous system comfortable. It is the sovereign ease, part 2 of this, the knowing aspect of things.